Welcome back, folks. Today, while we're still working on finding the correct stuff for the Cummins jet boat, I happened to find another project I wanted. So I was on Facebook Marketplace looking for this certain vehicle. Been looking for a long time, and I happened to find one that was an absolute steal of a price, and I had to go pick it up. So allow me to show y'all what it is. A 1999 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am LS1 automatic car. A one owner car. Got it from the original owners. It was the very first vehicle this woman had ever financed in her life, and she daily drove it for a very long time. Ended up getting married, having kids, and the vehicle ended up sitting to the side for a while. So she parked it, and then her and her husband decided to sell it. So I found it on Marketplace for an absolute steal of a price and had to get it. So it's got a few issues, and I'll show you all that stuff now, and that's the reason why it was so cheap. But I'll show you all the inside of the car and some under the hood stuff. So inside of the car, you can kind of see bits and pieces of the dash. The interior has definitely seen its better day, with the seats torn, the dash messed up. The windows, you can see the switches are a little messed up, but the windows don't roll down. That side rolls down just a hair, but this side doesn't roll down at all. The fuel pump wasn't working and everything, so we ended up putting a new fuel pump in it and getting it running. But it is the LS1 all aluminum 5.7. So it has the 853 heads on it. Not sure how well you can see that. So, but this thing is bone stock down to the radio. This woman, the lady and her husband that owned it, changed nothing. They serviced it and put tires on it, and that is about it. Up until about a year ago, they ended up taking the insurance and stuff off of it and parked it, and every now and then her husband would come outside and fire it up, get it running, up until it decided it didn't want to start anymore. And at that point, it ended up had messed up the fuel pump, and the arm for the sending unit had rusted off and fallen off. So I've had the vehicle for about, I don't know, 2 weeks now. Kind of keeping it a little hush-hush, but ready to bring it out there now. As I got it running, I've enjoyed it, and I've decided I've definitely wanted to keep it. It's been something I've wanted for a long time. I had one many years ago, right around the time my daughter was born, that was in a roller, and it was a full drag setup, and I never got around to finishing it, being that she had just been born and stuff. And so I'd been kicking myself in the tail for selling that car ever since I did, and I've been looking for one, and so now I have one. And we look forward to building it to do small tire, no prep, and just any kind of 28 10.5 events that we can do, but mainly no prep stuff is what I'm looking forward to doing. Just LS turbo power glide, 9-inch in the back, but we're going to keep it like it is. We're going to start hammering down on the times and seeing what we can get and chopping away slowly, and look forward to having y'all here while I take off times and seeing what we can get out of this thing, and just slowly working towards getting this thing to a good, solid, no prep car to where it is consistent and does everything I want to do. So now that I've showed it to y'all, I want to go ahead and take y'all out and show y'all what we can do in the 60 foot. So therefore, since I don't want to quite take it to the drag strip yet, we're going to go ahead and knock off the 60 foot times, see what that is, and then, so therefore, when we start in the future, go ahead and start making modifications. We can start at the 60 foot times and then end up taking it to the track and taking the no prep stuff to see what kind of stuff we can chop out. So let's go ahead and see what kind of 60 foot time we can nail on it. Alright, so I'm using my Dragy here, and Dragy app to record everything. Tells me 60 foot and all that. And so we're out here in Mexico. Got a little bit of heat in the tires getting here, and we're going to see what type of 60 foot we can get out of it. Turned off the traction control, and we're just going to stab it and go. I'd go further, but the stretch of road we have doesn't allow for it. So this good 60 foot is a good starting point to see when we start doing mods in the future, as we start chopping that down, we know that'll start chopping down on the ET. So stab that now and see what happens.
Fuji.
253. That could definitely be improved on. I bet you if I did a burnout and put it on top of the rubber, we can get down past 253. We'll go do a burnout and try and park it on top of the rubber and try this again. Okay, test spot number 2. Keep in mind this is all on virgin pavement here. Nothing. We're going to do a little burnout and carry out for a little bit, get some rubber on the road, and then try for another 60 foot to see if we can beat our 253 from the previous one. All right, back up in that. Wait for the Papa John's man to pass us and see if we can beat that 60 foot. And go.
30.
Oh, that was even slower. Rough road, so guess we'll have to stick with the 253 60 foot. See if we can. Oh, that was 255. My bad. Okay, about the same. So we'll say about the same area. Well, at least we have a good starting point. We know that 2.5s and 60 foot's a good area. So now it's time to start modding this thing and see where we can get it. So y'all stay tuned as we look forward to building this thing up, seeing where we can go, and this is gonna be fun.